Explosive Trump Zelensky showdown. Everyone heard about it. It went viral. The Oval Office just turned into a straight up battleground. Some people would say it was bullying, but President Trump and Zelensky meeting went sideways quick, over this 500 billion minerals deal. Trump wasn't playing, straight up telling Zelensky he's gambling with World War III. But check this, Zelensky ain't backing down, still wanting that minerals agreement even after the heated exchange.
You should be thanking the president for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
That you say what problems we have.
I have been to.
Come once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems? Bringing people into your military? And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless. God bless. You will not have a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because you're in no position to dictate that.
That's exactly what you're doing.
You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very good.
You will feel influence.
We're going to feel very good and very strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about it.
From the very beginning of the war.
You're not in a good position. You don't have the
the
cards right now. With us, you start having
not
cards.
playing cards.
Right now, you don't.
You're
playing cards.
Mr. President.
You're playing cards.
Serious.
You're gambling with the
president
lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country, that's back to you, far more than a lot of people said they should have.
Why is everyone so heated about some rocks? Well, because these ain't just any minerals. We're talking about rare earth elements that power everything from phones to weapons. With Russia watching every move, is this deal worth the drama? What's really at stake here? Yeah, Jess. I watched the whole hour of it and just I have a lot of thoughts on it because I've been following it ever since the war happened, especially in 2014. There was like a color revolution. People don't understand it, that they just think that it started in 2022, which it didn't, guys. You got to pay attention. All this propaganda, Putin, all stuff, but people are not following up on it. There is this one, it's super crazy, but it shows how desperate they are in getting men because they are a loss of men. 2 million plus men have died on the battlefields. That's just the fact. And now look at this video because it's crazy. What's going on is they're picking up men off the street to put them into the battlefield. There's been multiple reports of this. Again, followed along on it ever since this 2 years ago, the start of the war. And they're just throwing bodies into there. They're getting people with disabilities. People aren't not in their right minds, just getting scooped up by Ukrainian soldiers. And not a lot of Americans know that. But they're desperate right now, people. For Trump to, again, he probably has his pockets and his deals lined up into his pockets of Trump. But to end the war is a win. Like we're talking about lives here. You're talking about generations of families being killed off for what? You know what I mean? But I want to hear your thoughts. Go ahead, Jeff.
So what's the deal exactly?
The deal is five. So the deal is to get a mineral deal, and actually have Zelensky, because we spent over like 350 billion of our tax dollars, no payments issues to come back straight to America, which Trump is trying to do with this mineral deal, just to recuperate all that money and just to end the war in general.
So if he agrees to the mineral deal, basically giving Trump as many minerals as he wants, the world will end. What does that have to do with Putin though? How
The
how is Putin's
the
gonna
ce-
agree to that?
the ceasefire just to stop the war because both sides are dying. But Ukraine holds Earth's largest lithium reserves.
No, I get what you're saying
Okay, okay,
with the minerals, right? So Trump's proposing a mineral deal, right? And it will come to America.
yeah.
What does Russia get out of that? Why would he seize fire for that? What does he get out of it?
Because during Biden, they were attacking him too. Because okay, it goes way back because they're pushing the borders of like NATO's pushing. It's between Ukraine and Russia. Okay, NATO and Russia. They're pushing closer to his border, which he didn't want because that's just escalation and you're putting nukes right at his border. So the reason why he really had to invade Ukraine was to stop that because we kept pushing. NATO, US kept pushing at his borders. What is he supposed to do? You're about to put weapons right at his border. So he had to attack. That's just my thoughts on it. Like he had to attack to stop that. And there were like what we talked about it with Biden, what's his name, Hunter Biden, with all those fucking all those chemicals and shit, the chemical factories that were there that Biden had got money back and being on the board. But yeah, just pretty much stopping them there because NATO kept pushing like imperialistic threats to invade Russia and overthrow that type of government. Because Zelensky is a fucking puppet. All right. This guy was an actor before. There's videos out there, guys. He's an actor, he's a dancer. Before he became president, he was part of a show that he was president and that he was, doing stuff for the people. And then when he was elected or when he was running for president, legit president, and that was the stick. Like, okay, hopefully that you do this because you showed us in this show that you're going to, be better for our country, and it just totally backfired. This,
So
go ahead.
if he accepts this deal, the war is over.
Ceasefire, yes.
Ceasefire is done.
But that whole press meeting, Zelensky was pushing it. He's just like, no, we don't need a ceasefire. Give us more weapons, give us more money. And it seemed like a threat too. Like your American people and lives are gonna fight in our battles against Ukraine. Basically starting World War III. And that's how that clip I showed you is towards the end, where they're just like, you need to stop. We need to make this deal, ceasefire. People are dying. Get this 500 million billion-dollar deal ready. But he just wasn't budging, and it just seemed like he did not care that he was draining us as a nation, and just like, no, just give us money. Who cares about you guys? You're gonna fight our war. And it just seemed like he did not care about the Ukrainian people and American people too.
Let me just make sure I got this straight. So if he agrees to the deal, there's a
Yes.
ceasefire. Why? I'm still confused by why America gets the minerals and then there's a ceasefire, right? How does that work though? I don't understand. Like, what does Putin get to stop to cease fire?
Don't put weapons on
What does he get
in
out?
Ukraine too, and not join NATO, because the EU is majority of the EU, and Romania also is part of NATO. And if anything happens, if Russia hits any of the NATO countries, that's World War III. We have the rights as Americans and the EU to attack Russia because it's part of a alliance with NATO.
Right.
So
Okay. So if he doesn't put, so if he doesn't get more weapons and they don't put him on the border,
yes,
he'll be
yes.
fine.
You see where Russia is
He doesn't
and
care.
Kyiv, Belarus, pretty much is really at his border, and you're putting weapons all over here. And with the minerals and stuff, dude, all this area has been attacked, so it just got bulldozered. So in my thoughts on that, it just seems like it was planned. I don't know, especially with Biden and stuff. I don't know. Go ahead.
So that's basically, so is he not agreeing to
No,
the deal?
he
Like,
wants to keep on fighting, and the EU wants to keep on fighting.
okay, so what are they fighting for again? So he doesn't. But what is Ukraine fighting for? I thought the whole thing was that Putin wanted to make Ukraine part of Russia. Is that not what the thing
No,
was
that
about?
wasn't it. It was the weapons and just NATO pushing towards Russia border. And here, this part of Donetsk, in Donetsk, civil war. They were Ukraine was bombing that part of Donetsk for since 2014 for many years. I guess part of that was like begging Russia to come in, save us because they were bombing us. Our own people was bombing us. That's when Putin was like, "Yeah, okay, we'll help you out." Because okay, they speak the same language. They're basically family, all of them. They're part of the same culture. Just the EU and America, especially last year, not yeah, like last year during the Biden administration, they want to take over Russia. There's a big, I don't know. There's a lot.
Okay, I kind of get more of an understanding. I haven't been
Yeah,
following that, so.
like 30,000 view. They want to control Russia.
But they was bullying him though. You can't deny that shit. They wouldn't even let him answer the
Yeah.
questions. Trump got mad that he said that you gonna feel it. He was like, feel what? He got hella mad. He wasn't trying to. They started a yelling match at that point. Ain't nobody was listening to nobody
Mhm.
at that point. They just was arguing. But
Yeah.
I don't really have any comments on that. I need to do more research myself. We'll probably bring it up again in another show because obviously it's becoming more and more heated. Um, Obviously, Trump and Putin have a relationship, and they want to get that
Resolved.
whole thing resolved. So we'll bring it up again. I'll do more research on it so we can revisit this topic and see how it
Hmm.
develops in the upcoming
Yeah,
weeks.
for sure. It just seemed like he was begging, you know, and we gave him so much money and he was really ungrateful. He didn't care about the people that were dying. And I don't know, disrespect for, to me, it seems like disrespect to America that we gave you all this money. Now you want our Americans to fight your war against Russia. It just sounds fucking crazy at this point. And I'm hearing reports of watch out for Romania too. Might be a false flag going on. It's just crazy. But leave your thoughts on that. I probably missed some things. Yeah, this viral confrontation with Trump and Zelensky. Go back, listen to what I just said. I was trying to get my shit together, but the deal could reshape global tech supply chain. Watch both sides. Next diplomatic moves. Keep an eye on Russia's response. Yeah, minerals, guys. It's a gold mine. This is the next energy of technology with AI, crypto, blockchain. 80% of China controls current supply. You're now, if you look in Africa, there's fucking huge deposits of minerals. And in North Carolina, I don't know if it's true if they're gonna build a mine there too to get these minerals because battery powered. It seems like we're moving towards that. But leave your thoughts. A lot about it.